Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Sorry, 3DS VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Game Boy Color game, Game & Watch Gallery 2, which if you've never played it before, it's a lot of Game & Watch games where you get the original versions and the new versions. 6 overall, however I've only got access to 5 at the moment because I haven't really been bothered to unlock the other one yet, as it takes a hell of a lot of play. You've got to get 10 stars and every star needs 200 points on a game, so it's a hell of a lot of play really, and if you're not really keen on a couple of the games then it does take longer, but either way there are 6, and the other one's Game & Watch Ball, which I'm sure you at least know of its existence, because if memory serves, it was actually the very first Game & Watch game. You also get Gallery Corner, which you can unlock stars with as well, while I'm mentioning the stars. So, you get Parachute, Helmet, Chef, Vermin, Donkey Kong, and obviously Ball, which I've already mentioned, where basically you juggle different balls, which you, on the other version, the newer version, because you get a modern and an original, it's Yoshi juggling eggs. So, I'll go for, I suppose, classic Donkey Kong first to show you the difference, because obviously here you can kind of tell that it is obviously a bit Donkey Kong. You get the girders, you get the barrels, you get the fire pits and that. You've just got to avoid the barrels, which you can't jump over them unless they're going across. So, for example, probably the best way to explain this actually shows. So there's the barrel, and it's coming across, and it's coming across, and I jump, and then it goes under me, and I have to get to the next area before the next barrel so I can then jump. But it's obviously not that easy, and you go up to the top, you beat it, and you go on to the next level, which now to just simply show you the difference between modern, this looks a hell of a lot more like the Donkey Kong that we know and love. However, it's still obviously not identical, because if it was identical, then what would be the point in releasing Donkey Kong on the Game Boy VC, which I still think could very well be one of the best games to ever come out for the Game Boy. Anyway, Parachute, I'll just stick to showing the modern ones for now. The whole point is people fall and you have to catch them, and that's well, that's it really. So Toad falls, Donkey Kong Jr. falls, Yoshi falls. Sometimes they'll fall into the cannon and they'll fire across. If they fall in the water, they die and you get a miss, and 3 misses you lose. If they fall on top of the fish, then you get another chance to pick them up, which is cool. But that's that game for now then. There's nothing much really else I can say. Helmet actually has one of the cool bits for it, and I'm actually going to try and show it off right now, because if you die 3 times in a row right at the start and then hit retry, and this should be it here, yep, die. Right, retry, you get to play as Wario, and that's a little cool, and even the little face up there changes as well. There's a couple little things like that in the game as well. Like the Wario thing, and also obviously being able to unlock the ball. It's not just a straight game where everything's presented to you. There's some things you've got to, well, just find out or unlock. So hopefully that's not too much of a spoiler for people. If you're going to complain, do remember this game's been out for what, like 15, 16 years by now. I'm sorry, the spoiler has kind of the whole spoiler rights act of blah 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 has kind of gone. The same as like statute of limitations can every now and then disappear after a long time. I'm pretty sure spoilers can disappear after a long time. Either way though, my brother will still probably insist on putting a spoiler warning up, to which all I can say is, if you read that warning and still continued, he did warn you. Well, the only other thing I can mention is that personally I love Game & Watch games. I hope the other galleries come out. I believe 3 was for the Game Boy Color. I never got to actually experience the galleries. I just played the original Game & Watch games through various means really. But I think 3 was on the Game Boy Color, and I'm pretty sure 4 was on the Game Boy Advance, so hopefully they'll come out as well, because I really do love them. I know there were also a couple released for the DS, but I think they were like Club Nintendo only and very limited and not exactly advertised and that. And it's a little annoying, because in this day and age, I know they're trying to milk us anywhere with this much money, releasing these in bits and bobs, but by now, surely someone could just make a Game & Watch game with all of them, absolutely everyone. I believe there's 15 been made overall, and just charge something like 20 quid. Hell, 30 quid if you want to include updated versions like this. Surely it's possible and to be done, especially because you could actually make both screens work like the original Game & Watch games used to, because I don't think everyone was a 2-screen one, but I do know there were a lot of them that had 2 screens. So you could even do it on the DS or 3DS or DSiWare or something, charge a fortune and release all of them as a bundle. It would be nice. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.